Last time I built this. Portable Bluetooth speakers, boombox out of a suitcase. Old ready suitcase, fully wireless, fully Bluetooth, USB, all that kind of stuff, and it hammers. And if you haven't seen the video on the DIY for that, check out the links below. I put it out on Facebook, what do you want me to build next? I put the offer of two things that were most popular. A photo booth, B, a jukebox out of a suitcase. So, we got another suitcase. Da 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 da! Today I'm going to build the jukebox suitcase. The Jukecase. Let's get into it. Today, what we will need, a beautiful looking suitcase. This one's a lot cleaner, this one's a lot fresher, does need a bit of a wipe down, but it's still much nicer than the one we started with. Speakers. We found these from a garage sale. I showed you in one of my vlogs the other day. So we're going to pull these speakers out, and that's what we're going to use today. An amplifier. This amplifier, it's got control of all the volumes, it's got memory card, USB, it's buttonable, playable, has speaker outputs, inputs, all that kind of stuff. Best part about this one, the best and main part about this one, it's got a fascia plate, so we can literally unscrew that and screw that onto the suitcase. And finally, an iPad. iPad number 2. You're pretty much going to find anywhere online these days between 50 to 150 bucks in any good condition. As long as you've got the right app, you're laughing. So what I'm going to do first is get these speakers and pull them out of the speaker boxes. I tried doing this the nice way, the easy way. We're gonna have to do this the hard way. That wasn't so hard now, was it? Alright, now as you can see, we bashed the box apart. So what we're gonna need, we still might keep this, we'll see how we go. I doubt we will, I don't think we will. But it's just good to see that there's 2 speaker cables that come off the way it works, which is good. One down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. Alright, so this is how the suitcase is set up. So we kind of want to, I like when the speakers are at the bottom. So we'll go for the bottom of the speakers to go just there. We might as well follow the same sort of suite with the mid-range and the tweeter. Then of course, the main player in the game, we want the iPod right in the middle. Now, I've got brackets getting printed, they're upstairs. Hardest part to work out because, like I showed you earlier, this faceplate also has to go somewhere there, or like that obviously, but you know, so you get the picture. So do we put that at the bottom, the controls there, or do we put the iPod on top and the controls underneath? I say we do it like that. Let's mount the iPod somewhere on top and mount this down the bottom. That's off, so it's good now. So we've got the fascia plate, which is awesome, which is what we need. So here's the front, that's what's going to go in the suitcase. And looking at the back, everything still looks pretty good. And then we'll mount that first. We'll start with this, I guess. Nice and easy. Alright, so we're going to cut the holes out and cut what we need out here. I'm going to try to use a Stanley knife. If that doesn't work, we might have to get a drill and use a jigsaw. But let's start with the Stanley knife first. Should do the least amount of damage. Stanley knife, brand new blade, brand new Stanley knife, won't even budge. It literally hardly even makes a cut. So this is obviously a well-built suitcase. Let's pull out the drill and actually better yet, let's pull out the Dremel. Let's see how the Dremel goes first off. The disc pretty much disintegrated, like I don't know where other bits gone. They just chopped it up so much so fast. This is a heavy duty cutting wheel, and also comes in this one, there's fiberglass cutting wheels. So obviously that was just, I either put too much pressure on, or it's just because it's so thin and whatever, it just kind of exploded. Lucky I got these safety glasses on. Actually, I've got proper safety glasses I'm going to put on. Because I definitely don't want shards of grindiness flying up and getting me in the eye. Hands, arms, it's kind of whatever, it's going to scratch, it's not going to penetrate my skin, but eyes, definitely look after them. So let's try it with a heavy duty cutting disc. If this doesn't work, we'll try the fiberglass one. Then I'll work out of the three which one is the best to cut this awesome strong ass suitcase. Perfect example of it snapping off. Lucky I had the glasses on, didn't hit me. That won't be too hot, actually, I can probably pull that out. But have a go at that. Gone. Wasted. Alright, just means we've got to try the fiberglass one now. Light duty wasn't good enough. Heavy duty clearly wasn't good enough. Beautiful cut. Either that or I've got to go a lot slower. The hole is cut all under there. It fits nicely, it fits flush, it's level. I've just got to put the screws in to permanently put it in, obviously, and if we lift it up, don't mind the smoke, but it is there and it is pretty strong. I just got to screw them in. I don't think that one needed any support, it might be okay, but I'm happy with that. Absolutely over the moon. Couldn't ask for anything better. I didn't think it would take this long. It's literally taken me an hour and a half just to put that in. So I've still got the holes for the speakers. I'm not doing a hole for the iPad. I'm doing just a set of screws. Let's do that next. Yeah. We'll line the iPad up, put the iPad up there, and I'll explain and show you what I'm doing with the iPad. Okay, so this is where the iPad's going to sit. It's relatively in the middle, so the iPad will sit pretty much there. Now you see it's got a bit cut out for the iPad to sit in each corner, and if you can see in there, holes on each end. Obviously a power cable will go straight into the suitcase there, and a headphone cable for the auxiliary will go straight from there into there. Okay, so there it stands at the moment. I'll stand out of the reflection. There it stands at the moment. So we've got the controller in and screwed in. As you can see, I've just got to fix a few things up. And the iPad is in. Now if you look at the brackets, they're very industrial, but the reason I wanted them, it's just the kind of look I wanted. But that's not drilling out or nothing, and that's in there, you know, really bloody tight, like you can hardly move that. Here you can see I've got both cutouts for the speakers, the mid-range and the tweeters. X marks the spot. Now the reasons I cut these ones so small, as you can see, nowhere near the edge of it, but what I want to do, it's not going to matter being a little tweeter, I'm just going to remount it. Let me just rip that excess shit off. I'm just going to remount it like that, so it's like a hidden tweeter, so to speak. As long as that edge is nice and neat and you still see that little bit of a cone, I'm fairly certain that that will work. So I just gave it a small scrub on the left hand side, and look at the difference. So I'm gonna take that and that off. I know it's gonna be time consuming. Take it off, clean the whole thing properly, and we'll put all the parts in. So much nicer. Makes me wonder if even if I get a still wire brush, if I get a steel wire brush and make them shinier. I'll worry about that later. All right, let's get everything back on. And here it is, all finished in all its glory. We got the iPad just playing iTunes just to show you how I can work it. We got the amp down there, just all plugged in, all nice and ready to go for you. Like I said, it's on Bluetooth. We just turn it up. And there you go, there it is, my Jukecase, my very own jukebox built out of a suitcase, Bluetooth, radio, three-way speakers, and all run by that iPad number 2. Guys, this was built for less than $100. Now, as you can see, all I needed was one power cable. I can get into the wiring schematics another time, but thanks again for watching. Till next time.